Hello, welcome. I'm here, Carolyn Cook, with Joe, and we are going to be doing a stretch class today for you. So I want to let you know, before you stretch, it's very important. Joe, do you know the answer to what? She got it, warm up. So we are going to warm up doing dynamic stretches for the big muscle groups, and then after we're warmed up, we're really going to go into some deep stretching. Okay, so we'll talk as we go. You know your body's best. You do what you can do. Okay, so if you're seated, we're going to sit up tall. Nice long spines. You can do this standing as well. So let's just take the arms. I'll scoot over a little bit so I'm not reaching out and touching you. So up tall, we're just going to inhale and exhale, sweeping the arms down. Not everybody has the mobility in their shoulders, especially like we used to. So you do what you can do. If you just want to move those shoulders without raising the arms, they just come up and then they press downward. Inhale, we're going to roll those shoulders forward. This is called dynamic stretching because it's not stationary. We are moving the joints in a range of movement, warming up the muscles. So we never want to stretch a cold muscle. So that's why we do dynamic stretching first. Warming up the muscles so that when we do go into holding the stretch, then we're not putting ourselves at risk for injury. Good. Let's bring the hands right in front. And we're just going to scoop the hands upward and then back down to the center. Inhale as you scoop. Exhale as you come forward. Warming up those shoulders, warming up the arms. Nice breaths go along with this movement. Good. And let's take the legs a little bit wider. So your toes pointing to the diagonal. And we're just going to come side to side, pressing into those feet. So we were standing, just gliding side to side. Keeping your chest nice and high. Your head is lifted. Breathing through this. And if you want to add the arms here, you can. Inhale, and then to the side. Inhale, and to the opposite side. Warming up those legs, all the muscles through the hips, all the muscles that are supporting the knees. I don't know if you're with me doing this. I'm feeling the warm up. About one more on each side. And we'll come back to center. And let's go ahead. We're going to stretch out the quads, warm up and stretch out the quads and the hip flexor. So Joe, if you would turn with me. The front leg is off of the chair. If you want to remain seated, you can. I apologize. And to warm up here, remember we want dynamic movement. So we're tilting the pelvis and we're pressing the heel. And we tilt the pelvis and press. Again, the spine is lengthened. off the front of this leg. And that was the last one. And we'll come together and we'll turn to the other side. Because we don't want to be crooked, do we? No. So here we go, dynamic stretch. Press. Tilt that pelvis. Press the heel. Tilt and press. Tilt. In a little bit we'll be so thankful that we warmed these muscles up. So again, this movement, warming up all of those muscles. We don't want to stretch a cold muscle. And that's the last one. Very nice. So now we're going to stretch out the back of the leg. So we'll bring the right foot forward. Well, their right, our left. And we're just going to sit back and then come up. Pushing those hips back, keeping the spine nice and long. Supporting yourself on the opposite thigh. Always want to have that extra support when we're coming into a spinal flexion. You feel it in the back of your leg,
oh, yes.
Back of your knee,
Yes.
The lower leg, the calf. And one more. How about we switch sides? Same support. The toe is pulled up towards you, heel is into the ground. We sit back and we come up. Of course, what are we doing while we're doing this?
Breathing.
We're breathing. So I hope you are too. How about 4 more? And 2 more. Woo! Last one. Very nice. So just going to warm up the chest a little bit more and the back a little bit more. So again, sitting up tall or standing. Just want to reach forward. Curl those shoulders forward. Now pull the shoulder blades back and pinch them together. And forward. So kind of like a cat and cow, if you're familiar with that at all. But how the cat tucks its head and then curls its spine. That's your cat. And then your cow, you're lengthening the spine. Feels so good. With each one of these, you can feel yourself stretching just a little bit further. Do you feel that, Joe?
Oh yeah, feels good.
So in the beginning, you may not have so much movement, but as you get those muscles warmed up, it comes with more movement in the joints. And one more. Let's place those hands on your thighs or down by your side. Let's take the right ear to the right shoulder and slowly bring the chin towards the chest. And then slowly left ear to the left shoulder. And then return back down towards the floor and to the right. And again. We want to be sure not to overextend the neck here. So we don't want to be lifting the chin up into the air. We're just going ear to shoulder ear to shoulder. Do you hear any snap, crackle, pop in there? We'll do that one more time. Snap, crackle, pop. Okay, very nice. And we'll take the head forward. So now that we've warmed up the muscles, we're going to go into some static stretches. So we're going to start with the hamstring. And I would like you to just focus on your breath right now. Okay, we have the toe pulled up towards us, and we feel that initial stretch behind the leg. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. So now focus on your breath. We'll take maybe 2-3 breaths as we inhale deeply, and then exhale. And hopefully with that exhale, you felt that muscle relax a little bit more. We'll inhale here, and exhale. And as that muscle relaxes, I'm going to try and deepen that stretch a little more, just by hinging at the hip and moving forward. So hopefully you felt that stretch increase. And we'll go back to focusing on our breath again. With a big cleansing inhale and exhale. Do you recognize that muscle still relaxing on your exhale? And on the next exhale, if you're able, remember you do what you can do if you can deepen that stretch. If you're not able to at this time, that's perfectly fine. And we'll release that stretch slowly. We do everything slowly. We'll go to the other side. So then now you've had the opportunity to work through that muscle and the tightness and how your breathing affects it. Let's pay more attention on this side. So that back of that leg, the hamstring going into the calf behind the knee feels a little tight. So we're just going to focus on our breath, inhaling and then exhaling. And take notice if that muscle relaxes a little more. And on this next exhale, if you feel comfortable to even deepen that stretch just a little bit. It's not a big movement, very little movements, but we can really feel it. And see if we can do it just one more time. Ooh, really feel that one. Feels very good. On your next exhale, let's slowly release. Okay, Joe, if you want to turn to your right, I'm going to come out of the chair. We are now going to go through 3 stages of stretching the hip flexor and the quad. So in the chair, you want the knee pointed towards the ground if you're able. So then we tilt the pelvis. So you'll remember when we did the warm-up, we were doing the dynamic warm-up, the dynamic stretching. This is called static stretching. These are the stretches that are really going to make those muscles more pliable to give you more freedom of range of movement in the joints. Okay, focus on that breath, and on your next exhale, let's reach the arm towards the ceiling, lengthening the spine, and boy, that really increased the stretch in the front of the leg. And we're breathing. And we're just holding. You notice that we're not making movement this time. There may be a quiz afterwards. What's this called, Joe?
Static.
Static stretching. Now, on the next exhale, if you feel comfortable, we're going to lengthen that spine and just lean back a very little bit. Ooh, and that really gets deep in there. We want to make sure our head is forward, not lifted up towards the ceiling. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but I'm trembling a little bit.
Well, you're on your feet.
Wow, that is amazing. Focus on that breath. All right, we come out of this stretch just as slowly as we went into it. So come with the torso upright again, slowly bring the arm down, and then bring the legs together. Woo! Wow.
Yeah,
We're going to turn the other way.
differently this session.
So we come into that lunge position. You good, Joe?
I'm good.
And if I can stay balanced, we're going to tuck the pelvis and sink down. So for those first few breaths, focusing on exhale and letting the muscle relax. Do you feel it relaxing? And you can say no, that's okay. All right, we're going to increase this if you're ready, if you're comfortable, by raising the arm up towards the ceiling. So now we have everything elongated from the knee all the way through the hip, up through the torso, and through the tips of your fingers. And breathing. Now on the next exhale, if you're comfortable, we're going to just lean back a bit, not much at all. And you stop where you feel it. Everybody has different range of movement. Everyone has different flexibility. This is all about you and improving those things. I'm focusing on my breath. And on your next exhale, let's come out of this as slowly as we went into it. Coming upright, bringing the arm down, and then stepping together. Whew! How intense was that?
It was great.
That was great.
That was great.
She's ready to kick back in the chair. All right, so let's go ahead and stretch out our chest. Hands into your pocket, even if you don't have any. Pull those elbows together. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed so they're not up here. It's all about the muscles in the back, pulling those shoulder blades together and stretching out the chest, allowing for increased range of movement in the shoulders. And again, with the exhale, can you relax the shoulders a little bit more? Each exhale, trying to push the shoulders down towards the ground a little bit more. And release slowly. All right. So in the beginning, you remember we did our cat and cow? We're just going to take our cow, chin to the chest, curl our spine, reach beyond our fingertips. We want to have the arms a little bit lower than the shoulders. So reaching beyond your fingertips, pulling your belly button inward, chin to your chest. Here, we're focusing on separating the shoulder blades, pulling them away from each other. And again, every exhale, see if you can pull them away a little more. Kind of like reaching out for that something and you just can't get it. It's right at your fingertips and you want to get it. And release. And we come back upright. How are we feeling? All right. We always carry a lot of tension up here. Let's take the right ear to the right shoulder. In our dynamic warm-up, we were moving the head to the chest and to the opposite side. This time we're just holding. Gravity is not always your friend, but it is here. So just let the neck relax. Again, the shoulders should be pressed downward, they're not up here. Feeling that stretch all the way up the neck, across the shoulder. Okay, now we're going to increase this stretch as well. So we're going to take the opposite arm, let it come to our side, and press it down towards the ground. Wow, that makes this a lot more intense.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Shoulders are relaxed. Every exhale, let those muscles relax a little more. And let's slowly come out of this, bringing the hand back to the thigh, and then slowly dropping the chin towards the chest. Let's hold it here. And think about dropping your chest down towards, not your chin, down towards the floor. Feeling the muscles in the back of the neck, along the spine at the top of the back, stretching. Let the head be heavy. And then slowly take your left ear to your left shoulder. Just relaxing. Keep those shoulders down. Let gravity be your friend. Nice breaths in and out. Good. Take the opposite arm and drop it to your side. Press the shoulder down towards the ground. Really feeling this stretch across the shoulders. Focusing on your breath and allowing those muscles to relax. Let's bring that arm back to your thigh. Slowly bringing the chin to the chest. And go ahead and look forward. It is recommended that we do stretching exercises most days of the week. Stretching exercises are done by large muscle group, so they should be held between 20 to 30 seconds at a time. They can be held longer if that helps you. So deep breath here. Let the arms come to the side. Let's spread the fingers wide. Very important to stretch those fingers. We need strength in those fingers. And release. Let's shake those hands out. Let's kind of wake up that body a little bit. We've been really stretching those muscles out. So make sure that they're all ready to get us up and moving for the rest of the day. Kind of rub out, get some blood flow going in those thighs.
It's a good start for a Monday.
Good start for a Monday. Good start for any day. Let's take our hands to the opposite forearm. Still breathing. Good, bring the arms down, arms to the side, and let's inhale, reach up. Again, your arms don't have to follow along, you can just be your shoulders. And we'll do that one more time. Big inhale, fill those lungs with air. And exhale. Very nice job, very nice. Have a wonderful day.